Wow, is this recording? Oh! So if you wanted to produce a greens product, the normal thing that you do is you would go to a manufacturer and they would give you a list of, look, this is the greens powder, this is the composition of the greens powder. What we've done here is we've sourced each one of these ingredients separately and then blend them ourselves. The reason for that being that most of the greens powders on the market, the blends give you a small amount of lots and lots of things, and I want to give you a good amount of less things. What that means is that you're relying on lots of different batches of different products from potentially different sources, all landing at the same time and all passing quality control and safety checking at the same time. And we had a couple of batches where they didn't pass quality control for whatever reasons. When you're dealing with natural extract, when you're dealing with fruit products, plant products, that's kind of a danger you can have. So that's kind of the root of why we've had supply issues on this particular product. I'm not going to go into the composition of it too much because we did that on the other video. But what I have had a lot of questioning on is how would you use it, what would you use it for, how best to use it, what time to take it, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to chat shit about, and then lads are going to get banged. A few people questioned the artichoke extract, whether that affects the taste negatively. It doesn't at all. The flavour on this is almost exactly like mango Neuro. The colour varies a little bit batch to batch, again because of that aforementioned individual sourcing of the raws. But flavour is very, very, very good. In terms of optimal use time, some people like to have these greens products in general first thing in the morning when they get up or last thing at night. You can do that. I'd say first thing in the morning. There's a good argument for that in terms of micronutrients and gut health. Where I think it really comes into its own is if you're having a meal that is macronutrient rich, so it contains your proteins and your carbs and your fats that you might want, but it's micronutrient devoid. So that a good example of that would be everybody's favourite chicken and rice. Great food, great meal. You know, you've got protein, you've got carbohydrates, you've got trace fats, but you've got very little in the way of cruciferous vegetables. You've got no vitamins, minerals, micronutrients other than what occurs in chicken and rice, which isn't very, very much. So in that scenario, you can have one of these alongside that. Digestively, you'll respond better to it because of the presence of those micronutrients and phytonutrients, as well as making that meal a more complete nutritional meal. So that's where I think the product really, really comes into its own. Some people are choosing to go for products like these over a traditional multivitamin. Some people are choosing to go for them alongside a traditional multivitamin. There are arguments for both. A lot of it comes down to how your diet is, because all supplements, as always, should be to fill in the gaps in your diet rather than to make up your diet. Flavour-wise, there is only the one flavour at the moment. We may do a second flavour, but greens are notoriously hard to flavour. Just getting the one flavour right was hard enough. And I think that's everything I need to cover on that. Yes?
I have two questions.
Go on.
Number one, you said about taking it alongside a micronutrient devoid meal.
Yes.
Is there a maximum upper limit you should take in a day?
There's probably very little benefit in exceeding 2 servings a day. 1 serving a day will give you more than most traditional products in that category. I personally only have 1 serving a day, and I would deem that sufficient for most people and most uses. If you're going to use the product on prep, it is worth bearing in mind that this is a product that contains some calories. It's only 50 calories per serving, and a good amount of those are from green cruciferous vegetables, so they're not what I would personally deem impact calories, but there are some calories and some sugars, 0.8 grams of sugar per serving, 10 grams of carbs, purely because the composition of it is fruits and vegetables. So they're from the fruits and vegetables, they're not things that have been added to the product.
So one of the benefits of eating actual fruit and veg is like the fibre, which might help digestion.
Yes.
Would this give you any benefit, or is it worth taking it alongside something like Digest Max?
Yeah, if you're specifically after a fibre supplement, Digest Max would be the best call, you're absolutely right. Greens products get a lot of kudos for being good for digestion, and I did mention it earlier, and if you look very carefully, you'll notice that my facial expression kind of goes, digestion. I think the evidence for that is minimal. I think you're absolutely right. The benefit from fruits and vegetables is fibre, pectin, various other things. I don't think a greens product should be used primarily as a digestion aid. I think if you wanted to stack it with Digest Max, you could. I haven't actually tried it as a flavour combination. But yeah, in terms of micronutrients, very, very, very good. Phytonutrients, all those good things you get from fruits and vegetables, great. You do get a little bit of fibre, but I wouldn't use it as a standalone fibre supplement. And if you are after a digestion aid, I would still use Digest Max, very much so. $34.95 for 437s.
Cool. Thank you.